ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। मंत्र 15 ईशावास्योपनिषद मंत्र 15। हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखम् तत्त्वं पोषन्नपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये। The following portion of the Upanishad is Marga Yachana, praying for a Marga, path. Path of transmigration. After death, the spiritual pursuit involves preparing ourselves for death. How you die is determined by how you live. That is why we have prayers. Prayers for death and prayers for journey after death. Anayasena maranam. We pray for anayasena maranam. May I die without difficulty. There are physical difficulties. Even more than the physical difficulties, there are mental difficulties. The mental difficulty is in the form of clinging to life. It is called abhinivesh. Clinging to life. I don't want to die. I don't want to leave this body. Death involves giving up our present identity, losing our present identity. When you are losing this body, you are losing the present identity also. During our life, we keep losing many identities. It is not uncommon. When you are traveling in a train or in an aeroplane, you get an identity, a seat number, a PNR number. It is your identity. And how long is the identity valid? As long as you complete your journey. Once you complete your journey, the identity has come to an end. During the journey, you were seat number such and such, seat number 12. When you have completed your journey, you are free from that identity. Likewise, when you are working in a company, you have an identity. You have a designation. When you retire, you are free from that identity. Therefore, in our life, we keep losing identities. Not just losing identity card, we keep losing identities as well. Death means losing the present identity. You lose this name, you lose this form, you lose this body, and you lose everything associated with this body. That is why people in general are afraid of death, because we cling to this life, we cling to this identity, and we cling to everything associated with this identity. All relations, all possessions. That is why, even from a mental point of view, it is not easy to die. There is ayasa. It is painful. That is why in our Shastra, we prepare ourselves for the final departure. There is a prayer. There are prayers. May I die without any difficulty. And then there is prayer for a smoother journey hereafter. This is one such prayer. The dying soul is praying for a better gati. The most preferable gati. When we hear a death, the news of a death, nowadays the people send a message, rest in peace. Rest in peace is a Western concept. In the West, they believe that after death, the soul rests below the ground in the coffin, in the tomb. But the Shastra says otherwise. It doesn't rest in the tomb, because the body is different from the Atma. You leave the body and you travel. It is called gati. The Jivatma has its journey. Therefore, we don't say rest in peace. Instead, we pray for Sadgati. The best gati. We pray for the Sadgati of the Jivatma. May he have the best possible gati. There are three gatis, as we discussed earlier: Shukla gati, Krishna gati, and Adhogati. Shukla gati is most preferable. Krishna gati is okay, not bad. And Adhogati is the worst. Therefore, we pray for Shukla gati. The best possible gati. And this individual the Upanishad presents the prayer as the words of an individual, a dying person. From his words, we can infer that he has been a pious soul. He has done karma as well as upasanam. He has worshipped the fire, the Vedic fire, and he has meditated on the Ishvara in the form of the sun, in the form of the Aditya. Surya Bhagavan. That is why his prayers are addressed to Surya Bhagavan as well as to the fire. First two verses, mantra 15 and 16, are addressed to Surya Bhagavan, because he has done upasanam on Surya Bhagavan. Hence he is praying for the result of all the karma that he has done, all the good deeds that he has done. I have done many good deeds in the past. Therefore, open up the path of Shuklagati. The path that leads to moksha, so that I can attain the Paramatma, the ultimate goal. See the verse. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham. With our physical eyes, we cannot see the true nature of Surya Bhagavan. The true nature of Surya Bhagavan is Satyam, the absolute reality. Because Paramatma himself is present in the form of Surya Bhagavan. That is why we worship Surya Bhagavan as the Paramatma. During Sandhya Vandanam, what do you do? Your prayers are addressed to Surya. But when you pray to Surya, you don't call him just Surya. He is Savitra, Tat Saviturvarenyam. The Surya is essentially Savitra. Savitra means Paramatma, the Creator. Shunya Pranigarbha Vimochane. Shunya means to create. And Savitra is derived from the root Shunya. That is why you pray to Surya Bhagavan as Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargaha. You are looking upon Surya Bhagavan as Paramatma himself. But we are not able to see the Paramatma in the Surya Bhagavan because what we can see physically is just the solar disk. Just the solar disk. Within that solar disk, there is Surya Bhagavan. He is subtle. We can see only the gross. Our eyes can see only the gross. Within the gross, there is subtle. Now the Upasaka, he is praying. He is praying for a subtler vision so that he can recognize the Paramatma in the solar disk. And he figuratively puts it. He says, the Satyam, the face of the truth, is hiding in the solar disk. Hiranmayena Patrena, the golden vessel, golden vessel is the solar disk. The solar disk looks like a golden plate. Satyasya mukham apihitam. The face of the truth is hiding, is hidden. The gross hides the subtle. It is true everywhere. We can see only names and forms. There is the subtle Brahman, subtle Paramatma, hiding in every name and form. And it is true with the Surya also, the solar disk also. Why the Upasaka is specifically addressing the solar disk? Why the Upasaka is specifically referring to the solar disk? Because he has chosen the Surya Bhagavan present in the solar disk as the object of his Upasana. The Brahman is present everywhere. Paramatma is all pervasive. Yet the Upasaka chooses a given name and form as a symbol for his Upasanam. That is why he is choosing the solar disk. The solar disk is hiding the face of the truth. Satyasya mukham apihitam. And now he is praying to Surya Bhagavan, please remove it. Please move it away so that I can see the truth. We can understand it as a prayer for a subtle vision. May I get the vision of the subtle. May I get a vision of the Paramatma who is subtle. May my vision move from gross to subtle. He Pushan, second line. He Pushan. Pushan is Aditya, Surya, Surya Bhagavan. Poshanat Pusha. He is called Pushan because he nourishes everything. Jagataha Poshanat Pusha. He Pushan. Tvam tat apavranu. Please move it away. Please move the solar disk away. Drishtaye, for my drishti, so that I can get a vision. I can get the vision of the subtle. If I have to reach a destination, I should be able to see the destination. Without seeing the target, one cannot reach the target. Especially when you are driving. First of all, you should see where you have to go, and then you go there. The Upasaka wants to attain Paramatma. Hence, initially, he wants to get a clear vision of the Paramatma. Drishtaye, so that I can get a vision of the ultimate truth. And how does he deserve it? To get a vision, one should deserve it. Does this Upasaka deserve such a vision? Then he says, yes, I deserve it. Satya Dharmaya. When we make an application, we have to fill our qualification also. You present an application without a qualification, then the application will be rejected. And it is so here. He is putting forward an application, a request, a prayer, and then he is putting his qualification also. I am qualified to get the vision. What is the qualification? Qualification is Satya and Dharma. Satya Dharmaya. Satyam Dharma Yasya Satyam Dharma Yasya Saha Satya Dharma. Whose dharma is true. I have truly practiced dharma. Why truly practiced dharma? Dharma, practicing dharma means it has to be true. Then there is something called Vyaja Dharma. Vyaja Dharma. Vyaja Dharma means practicing dharma with the deceit, just for a show. I practice dharma just for making a show. It is called Vyaja Dharma. Someone is making a charity. Why he is making a charity? Not with the Shraddha, not with the pure attitude of giving. Instead, he wants his name to be printed on the board. If his name is not printed on the board, he will complain. It is not a Satya Dharma. He will say, I have given dana, but it is not a true dana at all. Most often, we end up deceiving the dharma itself. It is not called Satya Dharma. Most often, we become good so that other people should see us as good people. The true goodness is to be good for the sake of being good and not for making others think that we are good. Others should say, I am good, so I should be good. This is not the right way of being good. Irrespective of what others think, if I am righteous, it is the true righteousness. It is called Satya Dharma. I have practiced the true dharma. Satya Dharma. Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye Since I am Satya Dharma, I deserve to get a glimpse, I deserve to get a vision of the truth, of the Paramatma. Therefore, move the shield away. Mantra 16. Pushanne karshe Yama Surya Prajapatya Vyuharashmin Samoha Tejo Yatte Rupam Kalyanatamam Tatte Pashyami Yosavasau Purushaha Sohamasmi. Further prayer to Surya. He Pushan, the Upasaka is addressing Surya Bhagavan. He Pushan, O Pushan, Poshanat Pusha, nourisher. He nourishes the universe, therefore he is called Pushan. Ekarshe, Eka eva rishati gacchati iti ekarshihi. He travels all alone. He has no companion. Therefore, ekarshihi. Yama Surya, He Yama, he is Yama. Yama means one who controls, one who restrains. He controls the universe by causing day and night. Therefore, Yamaha. Surya, Swikaranat Suryaha. He accepts, absorbs. Hence he is called Suryaha. He absorbs the water. Rasanam Swikaranat Suryaha. He absorbs the liquid. Hence he is Surya. Prajapatya, son of Prajapati. Surya is born of Prajapati in the process of Srishti. Vyuharashmin, move away your race. Move your race away. The rays of the sun are striking his eyes, glaring at his eyes. That is why he is praying, move your race away. Vyuharashmin, Samoha Tejaha, withdraw your heat. Restrain your heat. Yatte rupam kalyanatamam tatte pashyami, so that I can see your pleasant form. Yatte kalyanatamam rupam, your most pleasant form. Tatte pashyami, may I see that form. Most pleasant form is nothing but the form of Paramatma, the nature of Paramatma. Again, the implied meaning of this mantra also is a prayer for attainment of subtle vision. May I not have grossness in my vision. Instead, let me have the subtle vision. Let me get the subtle vision so that I can be aware of Paramatma. Yosavasau Purushas sohamasmi. Yaha asau Purushaha. There are two asau. Asau means that. There are two asau. First asau, Bhashyakara says, Shankaracharya says, first asau Aditya Mandalasthaha. First asau means the one who is present in the solar disk. And from this we can infer that the Upasaka was meditating on Paramatma with the solar disk as the symbol. The Surya Mandala is the pratika, the symbol. Therefore he says, Asau Purushaha. Purushaha means Paramatma. Purnatvat Purushaha. He is complete. Therefore he is called Purushaha. Asau Purushaha. And another asau. Bhashyakara says, Vyahrityavayavaha. In Ishavasyopanishad, there is a Vyahriti Upasanam. There are 4 Vyahritis taken: Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha and Mahaha. 4 Vyahritis. And these 4 Vyahritis collectively form the body of Brahman. The body of Brahman. It is a form of Upasana. And in that, even all the Devatas are invoked in the Vyahriti. It is a form of Upasana. And hence, Aditya, the sun, is addressed here as Vyahrityavayavaha, who has the Vyahritis as his avayava, his parts. All these are references to certain upasanas, certain specific upasanas which this upasaka has undergone. That is why he is referring to the Surya Bhagavan with these adjectives. Asau Purushaha, the Brahman who is looked upon as the sun, and he is present in the Aditya Mandala, and he is Vyahrityavayava. Sohamasmi, I am that. The Upasaka identifies himself as the Upasya, the object of his Upasanam. This is a reference to a special type of Upasanam called Ahangraha Upasanam. There is an Upasana called Ahangraha Upasana, where you look upon yourself as the Upasya, as the object of meditation. And from this statement we can infer that the Upasaka has done Ahangraha Upasana. That is why he is saying, I am the Purusha, I am the Brahman who is present in the Surya Mandala. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.